America, your guide, and sometimes I think I forget my introduction. Oh well. By now I think, or I hope you know who I am. Hi. Today, I'm gonna do something new. It's a new tag, off of Rachel's channel. Her channel is Moonlit Library, or Moonlight Library. I always say Moonlit. I can read. My brain just doesn't want to read it that way. She made her own tag. It's the New Year New Reading tag. Hers is for the 2021, but if she continues, it'll just be every year. So I have the questions on my phone. I'm looking at them. Sorry. Here, I'll try to look right here. Okay. So, question 1. How many books / pages do you want to read in 2021 or the coming year? Some people do page counts, some people do books. I'm used to doing books because I don't do a lot of audio or ebooks. Every once in a while, an ebook. No big deal. I'm not used to audio because that's like it'll go in one ear, not the other. And did it stick in here? Not really. Unless I'm paying close attention. So how many books do I want to read next year? 40. That is my goal. Why? Because I'm turning 40 next year. So why not make it a reading goal? So that's my plan. Number 2. Do you want to change how you obtain books in any way? A little bit. I have always, since I was young and could obtain money even before I had a job, I normally would spend it on a book. So I'm trying not to buy books, but I know it's like some part of me knows I'm like, I'll like the book, so let's just buy it first. I do want to utilize my library more, and I did that in November. I really utilized my library in November, and most of those middle grade books I got from the library. And the one book that I did get from the library, I read a few. Did I read a few chapters? No, I didn't even get to read the chapter. I had the book, and I couldn't renew it. Somebody else wanted it. It was a popular book. It was that Pilot Santiago. So I read most of that book off of the Hoopla app. That's a really cool app, by the way. It's for the libraries, and I read it that way. I borrowed it through that, and that was pretty cool to read that way. But I like physical. I like having it. So I am going to definitely try to use my library more before I buy, if I really want to. But really, I'm trying to read all the books that I already have. And I gotta stop with the buying, but I want to at least buy 2 books a month that are not, not from Book of the Month. Which, by the way, I did not mention in my last video. I did not get a Book of the Month because I skipped that month. So, fair warning, just to let you know that none of those books were from Book of the Month. Number 3. Do you want to change the ways / places you read? Places, I could pretty much read anywhere if I wanted to. Changing my ways of reading? Yeah. I'm already doing it, but I want to make sure I keep doing it, is to read diversely. I'm also working on a project to make sure that I've read diversely before BookTube. Have I been picking up books? Because I'm a person that doesn't look at the author. The first thing I notice about a book is its cover, maybe title. Then I look at the synopsis, and if it's good and it intrigues me, I just buy the book. I never look at genre either when I pick up a book. It's just whatever grabs me. And I never look at the author either, unless it's a known author to me. But there are a lot of books that that I'm looking at that I don't know if they're, some of them male or female, but they could really be trans or LGBTQ or a BIPOC author, and I didn't know that. So I'm going, I forgot what letter I'm on in my app. I think I'm on C. Their surname starts with a C, and going that way. So yes, and I want to see how much has changed because I'm getting a lot more BIPOC authors. Right now, my favorite author is S.A. Chakraborty, and I believe she's a BIPOC author. And I love her. I love the journey that she set me on. And I don't know if she's written anything more than the Devabad trilogy, but I hope she writes more. I would love to read more from her. I'm interested. Number 4, do you have any genres you'd like to explore? Yeah. A little bit more in the way of manga and graphic novels. Yeah, I'd like to try some of that. In fact, Ashley over at Bookish Realm has turned me on to a couple mangas. I have Nana Volume 1 coming. It's back ordered. I was hoping to read that in January, but I don't know if it'll be here in time. So if not, definitely February. And then there's another one that's called Paper Girls, and it's so sad. These are girls that are actual paper girls that deliver newspapers. This is set in the 80s. Yay! Anything 80s will grab me. Be like, oh. And then, of course, there's supernatural, I think, stuff to it, so that's pretty cool. That's up my alley, so yeah. I mean, I think it's not graphics, but I have an omnibus of The Walking Dead, and I just need number 4. And that's basically comics right there, so I did have Sailor Moon. I don't know if I still have it, I have to go look. Manga. I don't have the whole collection or anything, but I did have some, and I don't know if I gave them away or if they're hidden. I have no idea. But I definitely want to get back into it. I wasn't really into it, but it's something different. And why not give it a shot? And I used to read comics as a kid, so like that Scooby-Doo comics, your Sunday Funnies, Garfield. Definitely Garfield. The Peanuts Gang. So it's not a genre that I haven't picked up before. It's a genre that it's been a while, and I'm interested. Another one would be romance. Romance is hard because I think the only romance that I've been exposed to, not to bash Harlequin, but the covers and shit, and when you're young, and to me, I felt like I was reading the same story. It's not shit, but same stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. These romance authors put in a lot of effort and time, but when you're young and dumb, like me, in my 20s, and haven't had much in the way of experience, it seems the same, and I didn't like it. I do have a book, and it is erotica, and it's 3 authors, and I do have a couple of romance novels that I'm still interested in reading, just haven't picked it up. But maybe the reason I didn't like it was because it wasn't the right romance. There's a romance for everybody, a romance book for everybody, and I know that now. So I'm looking into maybe next year or in 2022, because I really want to get to these books. Maybe 2022 I might explore more, because I won't give up on it. It's just not my priority genre. I'm definitely going to want to check out Spoiler Alert, because that's something that speaks to me in ways. Probably all of the Talia Hibbert's, Chloe Brown, Danny Brown, Edie Brown? That whole sister books I will probably look into, because those are probably romances that'll probably be something I like. I do like romance in books. I think at this time I don't like it as the main thing. So yes, eventually I'm going to want to look into romance as the main thing. And I know many booktubers that I know I'd get great recommendations from. Ashley at Bookish Realm, Mara over at Books Like Whoa, Bethany over at Beautifully Bookish Bethany. I think even Kayla might have some, and Books and Lala. Krista might have some Books and Jams, but I know where to go if I really want a good recommendation. Number 5. Are there any authors you want to try or read more of? A lot. Of course, finish up S.A. Chakraborty's Death trilogy. More from Stephen Graham Jones I would love. I have a lot of Tiffany D. Jackson's that I haven't read. I only have one book by Octavia E. Butler that I want to explore more of her stuff. Of course, N.K. Jemisin. Who wouldn't? Who else do I got over here? T.J. Klune, for sure. What's that one? I'm getting that book tomorrow, hopefully. It said it was coming tomorrow. Sean McGuire. Even some people that aren't around, like C.S. Lewis. C.S. Lewis and the Chronicles of Narnia. I believe that's right. I want to read the Chronicles of Narnia. That should be a pet project for this year. Just really anybody. Well, like I have Leon Moriarty. I can't see the whole name of that one, but that's one of my favorite ones. I want to read the rest of my Riley Sagers. I've only read one, so I got to read the rest of them. And of course, he's got another one coming out next year, so yeah. It's a kind of a tricky question because there's a lot of people I want to read and catch up with. More of River Solomon, I almost forgot. Did not want to forget that person. I really loved An Unkindness of Ghosts. I want to get The Deep. I want to get Sorrowland, which will answer another question. But there's a lot of books and authors that I am adoring and want to read more of and get their backlist, all that fun stuff. Okay, name some books on your 2021 TBR. Oh my god, do I have to? Because there's way too many. Way too many. I want to read Fable by Adriana Young. Finish the Davabot trilogy by S.A. Chakraborty. Read Fledgling Octavia Butler. Read Barskins by Annie Prolix. I'm looking at the books right in front of me. The Only Good Indian, Stephen Graham Jones. The City We Became, N.K. Jemisin. The House in the Cerulean Sea, T.J. Klune. Where Dreams Descend is coming. Every Hearted Doorway is coming. All American Boys is coming. That's by Jason Reynolds and another can't even speak. It's getting late. Author. That other one, Song for a Whale. That I definitely want to read. Blended, Grown, The Black Kids. Who else is over here? I did mention The Black Kids. Well, what the heck is this one? Oh, Black Sun, Rebecca Roanhorse. I also want to get my hands on Ray Bear. All the books that I haven't mentioned that are in that boxes that I'm looking at. Oh my god. Too many. Too many. Way too many. I want to read them all, and I don't think I can. Although I will say this, I read 32 books, although I started very slow in January because I wasn't sure. But by the time, I want to say April. No, maybe May. Closer to the summer, I really picked up reading. And man, 32 books really, if I want to count maybe June to December. I really picked it up in June. So if I could read 32 books pretty much in a 6-month period, I could potentially read 80 or more. I don't know, but I'm not going to push myself more than 40. So, all right, number 7. Name some new releases you're looking forward to. Ooh. Let's see what's in January. A lot. Lore by Alexandra Bracken. I have others, but I want to mention the ones I'm really excited for. This Is Not the Just Show. I am really looking for that. Was supposed to come out this year, and now it got pushed back to February. The Last Bear. The Last Bear? The Last Bear. Can't even read my own handwriting. I was going to say The Lost Bear. It's The Last Bear by Hannah Gold. The Gilded Ones. Definitely. The Shark Collar. That's in middle grade. So we come to March. Clara and the Sun. Author by the same author that wrote Remains of the Day. Namesake, which is the sequel to Fable by Adriana Young, comes out March 16th. Looking at April. In the Infinity Courts, and because I don't have the author, it didn't fit in there. Too many books coming out on April 6th. And then Arusha number 4. And then the 13th of April, the Mary Shelley Club. And of course, the 6th book in the Murderbot Diaries is Fugitive Can't even say the word, and I know how to say it. Telemetry. May. Sorrowland by River Solomon. There's a book called Ariadne, Ariadne. I forgot who the author is because I couldn't write it in there. Logo Woman Missing by Mary Kubaka. Anything in June? Oh, yes. Yes. The Jasmine Throne. That looks really, really good. Blackout. One of the authors, there's 6 Black women authors that are included who wrote Blackout. Danielle Clayton and Angie Thomas. I'm trying to remember, and I don't. Tiffany D. Jackson, I believe. There's 3 more, and I can't remember them. Survive the Night, of course. Oh, there's one in June that I don't know. I have the first book. I didn't even know there was going to be a sequel. It's called The Hidden Palace by Helene Wecker, and this has to do with a djinn and the golem. So I have the first book, and I think it's called The Djinn and the Golem, but it looks like a book. So knowing that there's a sequel, that's really cool. There's nothing in July. July is like nothing. August. A Lesson in Vengeance, I think, was the one that I was really, and that's the 3rd. Certain Dark Things by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. When Night Breaks, which is the sequel to Where Dreams Descend. My Heart is a Chainsaw, Stephen Graham Jones. That's the 31st of August. I think I actually have a September, and I do. Under the Whispering Door. Don't know if that was a sequel or not. Poop. I have nothing for the rest. It's the only September, and that's September 21st. I mean, I have more, but there's certain ones that I'm really excited for. Number 8. Tell us one bookish thing you'd like to accomplish in 2021. Getting my physical TBR down. You have no idea. I am so bad. And when you've collected books and you haven't read for, oh my God, since 2010 to about 2017. Yeah. Part of it was, that was my entire, it was late 2010. I'm going to say August of 2010 to September of 2017. So basically 7 years. That was dating, marriage, and I didn't read too much in 2018 because that was the whole process of divorce. But it was, and in 2019 I wanted to start reading because I kept getting Book of the Month. I joined Book of the Month in 2016 and I just never, I don't know. But I want to get it down. I have a lot of books and there needs to be a lot of books to read because I'm glad I found a book to DNF. It was on my physical TBR for years. And I'm glad that I'm like, oh my god, I can get at least one book off my shelf right now. That's great. And make room for another one that I will love. There are books that right now I do truly love. I don't have homes for them. They're in front of the bookcase. They're in boxes. I need to make room for a bookshelf because I'm trying to save money for another bookcase. So, because I'm looking at this corner and going, I really need to do something about this. So, yeah, that's my plan. She didn't tag anyone, she tagged everybody. I don't know who would love to do this or not, so just consider yourself tagged. Whoever, if you follow me, go ahead, please do it. Or if you know somebody who would do this tag them. They're it. So I hope you enjoyed this. Check out my links below. I'm on Goodreads if you want to see. Go on my Goodreads, see the books that I read, because I'm not gonna make a video listing all the books that I read. I'm preparing to do something like that in 2021 because it was such a weird year for me this year with reading and all this, and I'm like, I want to be able to give true stats and stuff come next year. I really want to do that. Right now but go check out my Goodreads and see all the books that I read. They're all there. And they're really good books. So go ahead, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. Go check out Rachel's channel or anybody that I've mentioned. And I will see you guys. I guess not see you guys. I will see all of you next time. And remember, be safe, be healthy. Remember you are blessed and that you are loved, no matter what.